Good morning, friends. I'm Kathey Golightly Sanders. I'm not one of the ministers of Highland Baptist Church, just one of the longtime members who have thrived and loved and grieved and grown together with this community of faith. These particular days of longing to be together and grieving over that loss, I've been thinking a lot about our singing together. I miss that. I miss it keenly. I miss being in that sanctuary, that beautiful womb of God, as Mary Burks taught me. That place where when our voices join together is a thin place, as Jan Richardson would say, where the space between us and our Creator seems to grow ever more narrow, as our music of the saints fills and rings in those stone walls. In particular, I've been thinking of the old hymn, Sometimes a Light Surprises, and more specifically, the fourth verse of that hymn keeps repeating in my head and my heart. It says, "Though vine nor fig tree neither their wonted fruit should bear, though all the field should wither, nor flocks nor herds be there, yet God the same abideth. His praise shall tune my voice, for while in him confiding, I cannot but rejoice." I don't know about you, but in these days, in my home, my world, my community, it feels like that the garden that I have planted in my life, the trees, the vines that I have tended, are not yielding what I wanted or expected. Surely all the work that I've put in all these many years, I've toiled, I've worked, I've planted and weeded and grown, surely to goodness I should be bearing rich and bountiful harvest, and it doesn't feel that way. It feels unknown and strange. Maybe like a little bit of the Israelites in Babylon. This isn't my home. This isn't what I know. It's different. It's unknown, and often I'm at a loss. I've been wondering, how do I perhaps not get back, but move forward? How do I fix the things that are broken? How do I move beyond this deep desire to get back to something familiar and comfortable and open myself to the new and unknown? In her new book, Sparrow, A Book of Life and Death and Life, Jan Richardson shares a part of her journey of grief after her husband's death. In the introduction, she writes, "What we are bound to is love, the love that gives rise to our grief but finally goes deeper than it, the love that undergirds and carries us through every turning. As we learn to navigate our sorrow, love gives us the tools we need, the language, the images, the remedies, the particular forms of solace by which our particular hearts will find repair. I have found the most compelling repairs are the ones that make themselves visible, that leave evidence of the breakage and also the imagination by which the breakage becomes transformed. Such repairs are always provisional, imperfect, and ongoing. Like a nest, they involve continual mending. They ask for a willingness to keep remaking what is perpetually at risk of falling apart. It is this remaking by which a home and a life, and I dare say even a church, may come, not in spite of what has gone before, but because of it. These are new and untested days in which we are living. And while new and untested meant excitement and adventure when I was in my 20s, in my 50s, it feels more like unknown and unwanted. My taste for adventure has turned into a desire for security. Friends, I am strengthened for this new journey because I am committed to making it with you, all of you salty saints of Highland Baptist Church. Let's take our broken and patched up lives and see what new light God will surprise us with as it shines through the cracks. I leave you with a blessing for a new beginning from the poet John O'Donohue. In out-of-the-way places of the heart, where your thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you are ready to emerge. For a long time, it has watched your desire, feeling the emptiness growing inside you, noticing how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. It watched you play with the seduction of safety and the gray promises that sameness whispered, heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent, wondered, would you always live like this? Then the delight, when your courage kindled and out you stepped onto new ground, your eyes young again with energy and dream, a path of plenitude opening before you. Though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is at one with your life's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure. Hold nothing back. Learn to find ease in risk. Soon you will be home in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you. Friends, this day, may you be open to the world that awaits and know that you do not face it alone, that it is adventure, it is light surprising us with God's grace to lead us together forward to all that God has for us.